Welcome one and all to Waterdeep, the city of Splenders. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on becoming the latest resident of the Crown of the North. But whoa there, intrepid adventurer, there are a few things you have to learn before you get settled in. So buckle up and get ready, because this is a mandatory informational video and your consent is not a factor. The Wards of Waterdeep. Now you may be thinking, hey, I thought this was just one big city. Well, this may be difficult for a backwater yokel from Hicksville, but our beautiful metropolis is actually comprised of 9 distinct wards, each brimming with its own personality and history. The Castle Ward is where you could find most of our governing buildings, major temples, and, as you may have guessed, Castle Waterdeep itself, where our current open lord,
Laeral Silverhand,
governs our city with the mysterious but altruistic masked lords of the city. It is here that you'll also find our most famous pub, the Yawning Portal Inn, named for the giant hole in the center where daring adventurers plunge in to explore the dreaded Undermountain, never to be seen again. Seaward is the ritzy part of town. Some of Waterdeep's richest, flashiest personnels promenade proudly here. Why, here's 2 of them now. It's Mr. and Mrs. Castellanta, 2 of the city's wealthiest socialites and most generous philanthropists, funding more subsidized housing and businesses than any other private citizen. Well, thank you for that most generous introduction.
My husband and I are so happy you get to be part of what happens next for Waterdeep.
We believe those who have the power to change lives have the responsibility to do so.
I couldn't have said it better myself, dear. That's why we're proud to be hosting our first annual fundraiser for the less fortunate right here on our estate.
All are welcome.
And we do so hope to see you then.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Castellanta. In addition, here you'll find the Field of Triumph, where public games are held and champions are crowned. And, not to be outdone by the Castle Ward's temples, it's also home to the largest temple in the city, the House of Heroes, dedicated to Tempest, the god of war. The North Ward is our second most affluent neighborhood. Here you'll find successful merchants, lesser noble families, and local artisans. It's a quiet, polite neighborhood with classy, rustic architecture and a cozy, homey, lived-in feel. Here you'll find the Holy Hands House, a unique temple where all are welcome to worship any god they choose. And don't forget to visit Troll Skull Alley. But don't let the name fool you. This up-and-coming enclosed community is full of great local businesses, and hey, I hear the Troll Skull Manor's reopening and under new management. Bully for them! The Trades Ward is our economic hub where local and transient craftsmen and merchants set up camp and hawk their wares to keep that sweet, sweet gold a-flowing. Get yourself decked out for a night in the town or arm yourself for a brawl. Here in the Trades Ward, you can find it all. Whoa there, youngsters. Careful you don't take your eye out. Seriously, who's good to those? The Southern Ward. Now, what can we say about this ward of the city? Dock Ward is the most populated part of town, home to the city's working class. Whether it's accepting shipments at the docks, staffing the ships, or filling up the warehouses, there's always work what needs doing. It's quite possibly our most colorful ward of the city. What with its gritty charm, I'm sure even a dusty hayseed from cousin fucking nowhere such as yourself could feel right at home. Just make sure you keep your hand on your coin purse. The Fields Ward, while not a true ward, is a tent city full of refugees and those less fortunate. It's located between the city's inner wall and outer wall. But be careful, the guards don't patrol here regularly, and the rules are made up. But hey, at least they live outside the city walls and they can't muck up our beautiful streets with their filthy, filthy poverty. Undercliff is the only ward outside of the city proper. It's home to farmlands, meaderies, and orchards that feed the city. Go visit the Snowbeater Orchard, where our famous cider is made. The city guard also uses this area as its training ground, and it also houses our rehabilitation facilities for those less dangerous criminals looking to work off their debt to society in the fresh farm air. Lastly, the City of the Dead is our walled cemetery where we lay our own to rest in quiet dignity and grace. However, it's for the living too. Larger than most one-horse towns, the rolling hills and fields of flowers make for a lovely stroll whilst you pay your respects and tour our historic mausoleum. Now, before we send you off to forge your future in our fair city, we must speak of the laws of Waterdeep. There's no murder, no attempted murder, no robbery, no armed robbery, no usury, no assault, no counterfeiting, no smuggling, kidnapping, sacrificing, jaywalking, perjury, destruction of property, operating an official business without a guild license, and so on. Basically, don't be a dick! And if you do decide to be a dick, then you'll have to tussle with our city watch, easily identifiable for your convenience with the green and gold uniforms. But they're not the city's only line of defense, for in times of great need we can call on Force Grey. Although not a true standing military, they are a reliable rabble of righteous adventurers who will protect the city with their very lives. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next recruit. And if that's not enough, the city's high wizard, the current Blackstaff,
Vajra Safar.
will awaken the massive walking statues that overlook the various aforementioned wards. And there you have it. You're ready to begin your new life here in Waterdeep. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say good luck and God's bless.
Warning. Waterdeep is not responsible for any death, dismemberment, emotional, physical scarring, disappointing love life, tragic backstories, becoming plot relevant, and unforeseen developments that lead to characters getting their shit rocked. Please consult your dungeon master before you proceed. Restrictions apply. Results may vary.